Alright there guys, it is round 3 NRL. Last week wasn't the best. I picked one upset with the Broncos, didn't happen. There were 2 upsets last week in round 2, the Eels and the Dragons, so I hope you got that and had the perfect multi. But enough of that, let's move on to round 3 because we got some amazing games. First, straight out the gate, Thursday night, grand final replay. Last year's best of the best against last year's best of the rest. Flip of the coin, no clear favourite. It's at the Panthers stadium, but there's a couple of people missing. Pappy Van Winkle is out for the Storm, and Clearly is out for the Black Panthers. So, you know, this is so tough because the Black Panthers have, this guy, Fisher Harris, is in form. They've kept 2 clean sheets in their first 2 games of the season, and they're not even playing Premier League soccer. This is NRL, so that's incredible. And the Storm, man, they lost last week, but the thing I picked up from listening to the game last week is they have a dude on the bench called Smoothie. His last name is literally Smoothie. He's bringing the flavour from the bench, and that's the coolest name in the league at this point. But it is a double-edged spoon because last week they did end up with the Smoothie getting tipped over their head when Sivu scored that miracle try at the end of the game and lost. So the Melbourne Storm lost, but they don't lose 2 games in a row very often. I don't think they've ever done it. So, you know what? Oh, so tough, but I'll tip the Storm 1-12 here just because they don't lose 2 games in a row. Moving on. Friday afternoon, here we go. We've got the Dragons versus the Sea Eagles, and this is alarm bells for those Sea Eagles. They cannot mess up this match. They've started horribly. They've had 2 tough matches to start this season. They've lost them both. They're looking lost at sea. I'm looking at the team sheet here, and DCE, I think he might be slipping. Taupo is a boss. Trust No Bitch's older brother, but the real deal isn't in the team. And here's the deal, the Dragons at home, they're going to score points. They're going to score 2 or 3 tries. They've got the human highlight, Real Slim Dusty. They've got, Death Metal over here, Pepsi Max, Rabalaba, and Ben Hunt dominating this. So I'm going to go the Dragons here. I think they're a bunch of scavengers, these Skull Dragons. And the Sea Eagles, they're looking like a dead carcass on the beach right here. So yeah, I'm thinking Skull Dragons are going to skull drag them into their lair and win this one, probably 12 plus if I'm honest here. So no disrespect to the Sea Eagles, but that's the way I see it. Then we go Friday night. This one has got everyone pumped up. It's the Rabbits versus the Roosters, the 2 original gangsters of the NRL going out of the oldest teams in the history of rugby league. And you know, look at the team sheets of both teams. Look at this back line. Yeah, for the Rabbits, you got LeBron, AJ, Gagai, that dude from the Panthers. You got Cody Walker and Reynolds. That is quality. That's quality right there from the Bunnies. The Roosters, I mean, they are busting out the smelling salts, the 11 herbs and spices, and they're for real. I mean, this guy, one of these twins, has scored a hat-trick of tries in the last 2 matches straight. So I think it was this guy, or maybe it was him. But, you know, questions have to be asked of his twin brother. You know, genetically he's identical, but he's not getting over the try line. So I think the coach needs to have a look at that. Again, really tough call. But my idea, because the Rabbits touched up the Roosters last year in finals footy, I got an idea that the Roosters are trying to put things to bed. And I think they've been looking at this fixture for a while, and I think they're going to try and make a statement and bury the Bunnies and, you know, scare the league. So I'll go with the favourites here, the Roosters, but yeah, tough game. It'll be awesome to watch. And yeah, 1-12 we'll say. First game Saturday, it's the Green Machine versus the Once Were Warriors. Now, Green Machine, woof, they had to dig deep last week against the Sharks. They pretty lucky actually to get the victory. And the Once Were Warriors, well, they lost at home last week, and they are the yo-yo team. They win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So from that philosophy, they're due. But if they win here, that would be a massive upset to beat the Green Machine in Canberra, because the Green Machine, they've got Papali, they got Tapani, and they got a couple of pommies here. They got Hopkins and George Williams. Also, the White Shadow, Rapana. So there's just too much quality in that Green Machine outfit, C and K. So we're going to go the Green Machine here, 12 plus. Then, this is an interesting matchup here in Suncorp Stadium on Saturday afternoon. We got the Broken Broncos against the Canterbury Bulldogs. This is the way I see this match. Xavier Rudd is worth a try. So there's 6 points right there. Suncorp Stadium, that's worth another try. So there's another probably 6 points there. So the Broncos starting this game at least 10 points up. But the Bulldogs, they've added to their squad this year. This could be the opportunity for these guys to get off the leash. Go wild, junkyard dog style. And one thing about the Bulldogs is they're dirty. I don't know, they drop cheap shots whenever the game gets difficult. Last week, I don't know if you see, I don't know who it was, but he tried to take Cleary's head off. Started an all-in brawl in the middle of the field in a key moment. So their game IQ is awesome. The Bulldogs, they know what to do and when to do it. And I think if they maybe try and get inside Pangai's head early and make sure Milford isn't crushing milfs on the sideline there, make sure he's getting his head squashed into the turf a lot, then the Bulldogs could make a statement here. And I'll tell you what, if they don't beat the broken Broncos in this match, then I'm going to start calling them the Canterbury French Bulldogs, because this is their time this year. They got to turn it around. So I'm going to tip the Bulldogs here in an upset, 1-12. Next game on Saturday evening. This is a really nice matchup. Eels and Sharks. The Sharkies, they looked really good last week. They're impressive. I don't know who was on kicking duty, but they totally choked, cost the team the 2 points there. So I want to pick them because they look for real. But the thing is, the Eels, I never used to like the Eels, but I'm starting to like watching these guys play. They're for real. And what else we got here? I still think Mitch Moses is a prophet. He's not the Messiah, so I don't see him winning the whole competition and everything. But this guy, RCG, Regan Campbell Julia Gillard, mate, the best and worst mustache in the NRL, all on the one face, and the guy can play. He's a baller. He's like a Gangs of New York, Daniel Day-Lewis, Bill the Butcher, and he's getting those. He's pulling in the figures. So going with the system here, Cronulla's are going to lose, and the Eels are going to slip their way to the top of the league. Then we have first game Sunday, Dark Knights versus Crouching Tigers. Dark Knights, big favourites here because they're taking care of business. They're getting that win against the Watford Warriors last week. It's not like fantasy football at the moment, but they got Bradman Best in the team. He's the greatest player ever to play the game. And they've got experience and muscle. Saifidi, total boss. Connor Watson doing a good job. And we know the deal with Crouching Tigers. They'll keep you honest. They lose a lot of games, but they don't lose 13 plus very often. They're always at you. And if you're slipping, they might take advantage. They still don't have the quality needed, I think. So we'll stick with the Dark Knights here, and we'll go 1-12 on this one. And then final game of the round, we got another Queensland derby. Cowboys Titans. This game is stress for the Cowboys, mate. They are stressed because the pressure is on them. I watched the second half last week when they had the Skull Dragons on their line. All that second half, they had all the ball and they couldn't break down the Skull Dragons. I mean, I don't know who's coaching the Cowboys, but it's pretty easy when you're up against the Skull Dragons. Slim Dusty can't catch. All you have to do is put the high ball. He's going to spill it. And they didn't put any high balls up. I don't know who the guy was. Where is he? This guy, Granville. Kept running left. He didn't even throw it out on the right wing where they had Kylie Felch, who is a total boss, and he's out of the team. So Kylie Felch is out of the team. JT Reloaded's out of the team. Cowboys have got problems, man. They got stress this week because look at the Titans. Look at these three dudes on the Titans here: Potoika, Proctologist, Fafita. These guys, look at who they're matched up with. This is a mismatch. Okay, the Titans, they need to show up. Don't drop the ball too often, whatever. Do the fundamentals. They're going to get the victory here because I can't see the Cowboys doing anything here. So I'm going to say Titans 1-12. Quick wrap up. Going to be a tough week. Got some amazing games. What we're doing here is the Storm 1-12, Dragons 12+, Roosters 1-12, Raiders 12+, Bulldogs 1-12, Eels 1-12. Knights 1-12 and Titans 1-12. So close games this week. Tough round to go for. Is it payday? I don't know. I might chuck half a Bitcoin on this multi and see what happens. Maybe a couple of cheeky ones on the side as well. I think we've identified the best name in the game, which is right now Mr. Smoothie. from the Melbourne Storm. But there's some other good ones in there. I think for the Panthers, that guy, Brian T-O-O, 2 O's for the price of 1, Too Fast, Too Furious. That is a sick name. And Pappy Van Winkle's also a good name. And who else had a good name in this league? Luigi Lualua. I like that. I just love saying that name. So if you've got any other cool names, let us know. But best of luck with your multis. We'll catch up for round 4. Throw down. Don't be afraid. It's payday this week. And like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And take it easy. Catch up next Wednesday, guys. Represent.